Love Island star Georgia Harrison is returning to the villa for ITV's brand new spin-off series Love Island All Stars, which will launch next week. However, this time around the 29-year-old social media influencer will be heading out to South Africa to meet with fellow islanders from previous seasons of the reality TV dating show. The Essex-born star appeared on the third season of Love Island and was one of the later contestants to enter the iconic villa on the island of Majorca as the final bombshell of that year's series. Georgia is now heading back to the villa for a second chance at finding love alongside previous stars including Scott's gym owner Anton Danilik, Liberty Poole, Georgia Steele and original Islanders Louise Morrison and Hannah Elizabeth from the first season. Speaking of her return, Georgia said, "This is the last year of my 20s, so I want to go in the villa and have some fun and hopefully meet someone that I can fall in love with." The award-winning activist has been very successful since she first shot to fame back in 2017 and has since become an author, co-founded her own gymwear brand and is very involved with politics. However, she has also endured a tough couple of years after she found herself to be a victim of a vulgar revenge porn crime at the hands of her ex-boyfriend Stephen Bear, who is currently serving time in jail for his heinous sex offense. The influencer received a record-breaking amount of damages from Bear after he shared explicit videos to OnlyFans of him having sexual intercourse with Georgia in 2020 without her consent. The brave 29-year-old appears to have used her heartbreaking experience to creature change and has since launched various campaigns to help other victims of revenge porn. Here we take a closer look at what she's been up to in recent years. Stephen Bear. Georgia first met Stephen in 2018 when they both starred on MTV reality show The Challenge before they later reconnected during the COVID-19 lockdown. The pair were neighbors in the Essex area and Georgia agreed to go round to Stephen's house for some drinks and ended up engaging in sexual intercourse with him in his garden. At the time, Georgia was unaware that Stephen was filming them having sex on CCTV, and the convicted sex offender would later go on to sell images from the tape on X-rated website OnlyFans without his ex-girlfriend's consent. Bear reportedly made around £22,000 from the explicit clip alone, with 10 million people viewing the sex tape without the Love Island's star permission. Georgia revealed that Bear had told her about the footage he filmed in secrecy, which had made her very upset, but he had promised to not show it to anyone. She would later go on to discover images of him on top of her in his garden on the X-rated subscription service, which was made known to her by a fan in the US. Revealing the moment she first found the footage, the now 29-year-old said, he put the caption as something along the lines of, "Sign up now for 50% off to see me effing this PCH in my garden. It made me feel so violated." The former Celebrity Big Brother winner was found guilty of 2 counts of disclosing private, sexual photographs and films and was given a 21-month prison sentence in March 2023 for his crime. However, the convicted sex offender is now due to receive an early release from prison after serving just 11 months of his sentence, The Mirror reports. The vile 33-year-old had someone take to his X account, formerly known as Twitter, to boast that he would be free from bars next week on January 17, just 2 days after his 34th birthday. Campaigning. Georgia has since used her own heartbreaking experience to support other victims in the same situation after admitting to The Sun that the horrific ordeal nearly killed her. Speaking of the physical and mental effects that Bear's crime had on her body, she said, "When it first happened, the physical effects on me were just horrific. I had acne come up all over my face. I ended up getting a cyst infection, the cyst eventually burst, and I was in hospital from stress. However, the brave reality TV star has managed to regain her strength and now puts a lot of time into campaigning for tougher measures against those who share explicit content without consent in the wake of Bear's guilty verdict. Through the help of her campaigns, Georgia has helped change the law against revenge porn as the government announced changes to make it easier to convict those who share nude pictures without consent. In June last year, the intent to cause distress aspect of the disclosing private sexual images charge was removed. The former TOWIE star also received the Activist Award at the Glamour Women of the Year Awards in October 2023 and said it felt magical to be accepting the honor after all she's been through in the past few years. Georgia has now spoken of her ambitions of becoming a MP as she revealed she has had some serious conversations with Labour MPs about her taking on the role of representing the party in Essex. Speaking of her hopes to achieve political success, she told The Sun, "I had serious conversations with a couple of Labour MPs about if I could run for Essex, and they said it would be possible. They told me to go away and think about it. They said if I was being serious about running for an MP it is something that they would support me with. I think also for little girls growing up seeing someone like me running for an MP would be quite inspiring. We need more normal people going into politics." Author Georgia has raised awareness surrounding victims of revenge porn in more ways than one as she has shared her own story in her inspiring memoir Taking Back My Power. The activist released her book in October last year, in which she opens up about the dark place she was in after discovering the online footage of herself and in the months leading up to the trial, which Bear turned into a circus with his shocking behavior in court. In the candid book, Georgia speaks of the importance of red flags which she can now see in her ex-boyfriend in hindsight and explains how abusive people can enter your life. In addition to this, the author also released her own ITV documentary in March 2023 called Revenge Porn, Georgia vs. Bear, where she recounts her entire revenge porn journey and the life-changing impact it had on her life and career. Love Island starts at 9 p.m. Monday, January 15 on ITV1, ITV2, ITVX and STV.
To